Oh my God. The talk of Hollywood right now? It's not some blockbuster premiere or a red carpet scandal. No, it's Meghan Markle. Again. But this time, oh honey, it's not about her podcast, not another royal bombshell. It's something far messier. So picture this. Meghan Markle, the self-proclaimed humanitarian of the year, the woman who loves talking about empathy and compassion, suddenly finds that shiny title snatched right out of her hands. Yep, the very honor she proudly flaunted, gone. And the timing? Absolute chaos. Just hours. I mean hours. Before she was supposed to receive the award, she drops this video. A video that made jaws drop all over the internet, but not for the reasons she hoped. There she was, standing in what looked like a designer boutique disguised as a closet. Rows of couture gowns lined up behind her, jewelry that sparkled like a chandelier, heels arranged like they were in a museum display, all while she's talking about, wait for it, giving back. It wasn't subtle, babe. It looked less like a message of kindness and more like an audition for billionaires who want to look woke. And oh, the internet went feral. Critics lit up social media like wildfire. People were calling her video tone-deaf, performative, and honestly, painfully ironic. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Imagine talking about feeding the hungry while standing in a closet worth more than a small village. Brutal. Another person just said flat out, this isn't humanitarian, this is marketing. And just like that, the whispers started. The committee that gave her that fancy award, they began sweating bullets. By the very next day, it was official. The whispers turned into headlines. Award revoked. Boom, gone. The same organization that had proudly hyped her up just hours earlier, suddenly pretending they barely knew her. Sponsors started backing out faster than you can say Dior. One donor reportedly snapped, why on earth were they crowned Humanitarians of the Year? It's absolutely insane. Behind closed doors, total meltdown. Sources close to the event said it was panic mode. The committee didn't expect this much backlash, like at all. Meghan's team was allegedly scrambling to do damage control, insisting she meant well. But come on, the damage was done. To many, it looked like yet another moment where Meghan and Harry's so-called brand of compassion clashed head-on with their luxury lifestyle. People who once defended her, now questioning if her entire humanitarian persona is just another PR fantasy wrapped in couture. There's a growing sense that Meghan's Hollywood chapter is turning into a slow-motion car crash. One glitzy, self-inflicted misstep after another. And this latest controversy, it stings more than the rest because it exposes something deeper. The gap between her words and her reality. She preaches equality, empathy, justice, all that, but lives in a world so far removed from the people she claims to care about. Critics say she's lost touch with the audience who once saw her as a voice for change. Even her biggest fans are like, girl, what are you doing? One media insider didn't hold back. It's like she wants to be Princess Diana but live like Kim Kardashian. Ouch. And you just know the royal family is staying silent on this, but you can practically hear the smirks behind palace walls. After years of Meghan painting herself as this relatable modern royal, this latest disaster just handed her critics all the ammunition they could ever want. Now, this isn't the first time her image has been dragged through the mud, but something about this one feels different. It feels like a turning point. Even Hollywood's elite are backing away. People who once rushed to be seen beside Meghan to share that humanitarian glow, suddenly ghosting her. One industry exec spilled, no one wants that kind of PR storm attached to their brand. She's talented, sure, but everything she does feels calculated. It's exhausting. Even entertainment outlets that used to adore her, the same ones that called her the American princess, have changed their tone. They're questioning her motives, pointing out how her public image constantly swings between victimhood and vanity. Every controversy somehow always leads back to Meghan. It's like she's chasing a kind of validation the world just isn't giving her anymore. And poor Harry. Oh, he's not escaping this mess either. Rumors say he's embarrassed and frustrated, watching things spiral yet again. Insiders claim their compassion and activism brand, you know, the one they built so carefully, is being re-evaluated. Even streaming partners are said to be nervous now, wondering if the Markle effect still draws in audiences or drives them away. And the irony? It's unreal. A humanitarian award, something meant to celebrate selflessness, has turned into a global conversation about ego. Every word Meghan says, every carefully posed photo, every glossy video, it's like it all backfires now. People aren't seeing sincerity anymore. They're seeing strategy. It's not even about that one video anymore. It's about the pattern. The world sees a woman who's clinging to royal glamour while trying to preach humility. And that contradiction? It's impossible to ignore now. The backlash isn't just coming from tabloids. It's coming from regular people. The same everyday fans who once cheered her on. They remember the Meghan who stood for independence, who spoke up for others. Now they see someone obsessed with image, status, and power. PR experts are saying her next move will make or break her. One of them even said, "People don't want to be lectured by someone who looks like they live in a magazine ad. If she wants to rebuild her reputation, she needs to step down from that pedestal, and fast." But the million-dollar question, will she? Because right now, that Humanitarian of the Year crown, it's collecting dust. Her reputation, once shiny and inspiring, is now caught in a crossfire of disappointment and disbelief. And the world? Oh, the world is watching. Half curious, half exhausted, wondering if Meghan Markle will ever stop making headlines for all the wrong reasons. This wasn't just another PR misstep. This was a reality check. A brutal reminder that when your message doesn't match your life, the public will notice. Meghan wanted to be celebrated for her compassion. Instead, she's become the perfect example of what happens when luxury and charity get mixed up. It's a fall from grace that no stylist, no speechwriter, no press release can fix. That once glittering humanitarian crown she wore so proudly, it's now more like a cautionary tale. A reminder that sometimes the most powerful statement you can make isn't about what you wear, but what you do when no one's watching. The glamour is fading fast, darling. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any messier, oh honey, it does. Because now, whispers across Hollywood aren't just about Meghan losing her Humanitarian of the Year title. They're about how she got it in the first place. And what people are saying? Oh, it's jaw-dropping. See, when that award was first announced, reactions were already mixed. Some people clapped, others rolled their eyes so hard they probably saw the back of their heads. But once that infamous luxury closet video hit the internet, the mood shifted from side-eye to full-blown outrage, and then, boom, the receipts started rolling in. Reports surfaced that the organization behind the award had received a massive private donation from an anonymous source right before Meghan's name was selected. You don't need a detective to connect those dots. People began whispering, "Wait, did she buy that award?" Suddenly, what was supposed to be a celebration of compassion started looking a whole lot like a PR power play. Critics didn't hold back. They said it wasn't about charity anymore. It was about clout. Meghan, they claimed, was building her humanitarian brand like a celebrity launches a skincare line. Heavy on PR, influence, and cash, but light on authenticity. And the public? They weren't buying it. Neither was Hollywood. Even folks close to her inner circle were said to be getting fed up. One insider spilled the tea saying, it was never about the humanitarian work. It was about image control. Meghan wants to be seen as powerful, compassionate, and elite all at once, but the mix just keeps backfiring. And honestly, the timing couldn't have been worse. Her lifestyle videos, her big money deals, the expensive vacations, none of it screams selfless humanitarian. It screams celebrity trying too hard to look humble. Industry watchers are calling this a textbook example of celebrity activism gone wrong. And the idea of buying an award? Please, that's not exactly new in Hollywood. Everyone knows donations and sponsorships can quietly influence who gets honored. But here's the kicker. Meghan's team apparently pushed the humanitarian angle so aggressively while her actions screamed the total opposite. You can't preach simplicity and compassion, one critic said, when your entire image is built on excess. And the fallout? Oh, it's been massive. The charity behind the award went totally silent, even deleting posts about Meghan after the backlash. Sponsors began quietly backing away too. No one wanted to be linked to what some are calling the fakest award in recent memory. On social media, hashtags mocking the whole event started trending. The comments were savage. People calling it a PR stunt gone wrong, a purchased halo, and my personal favorite, a trophy for the wealthy. For Meghan, it's another painful crack in the image she's been trying so hard to maintain since stepping away from royal life. She wanted to redefine what a modern duchess looked like: strong, independent, socially aware. But lately, people see someone desperate to stay relevant, clinging to validation through glossy projects and picture-perfect causes that don't seem connected to real life at all. Even her loyal fans are starting to tap out. One longtime supporter wrote online, "I love Meghan, but this isn't it. You can't call yourself a humanitarian and look like you're cashing in on compassion." And honestly, that comment sums up the mood perfectly. Humanitarian organizations have reportedly declined to collaborate with Meghan's foundation. Their reason? Optics. They don't want to be dragged into her drama. That's a major blow for someone whose entire public identity depends on being seen as a global changemaker. What hurts the most, and people are saying this a lot, is that Meghan actually had the chance to make all of this real. She had the connections, the influence, the platform. She could have done real, lasting good. But somewhere along the way, the message got lost in the branding. Instead of empathy, people see ego. Instead of charity, they see control. And now, instead of applause, she's getting roasted. Honestly, it all could have been avoided with a little humility if she had just let her work speak for itself instead of always making herself the center of the story. Maybe the world would still be cheering her on. But Meghan's brand? It thrives on attention. And attention, as every celebrity knows, is a double-edged sword. When it turns on you, it cuts deep. Now everyone's wondering, can she ever come back from this? Can she rebuild credibility after something like this? Or is this it? For many, this feels like the final straw. They're seeing a pattern. From the Oprah interview, to the Netflix deals, to this latest award fiasco. Every time Meghan positions herself as the misunderstood victim, and then somehow finds a way to capitalize on it. This bought award drama just cements that belief, that nothing around her is quite as genuine as it seems. One insider said it bluntly. She wanted to be the new Diana. But Diana's compassion was real. Meghan's feels choreographed harsh? Maybe. But it's what so many are whispering right now. That humanitarian title that was supposed to elevate her, it's done the opposite. It's exposed her. Whether she literally paid for it or not almost doesn't matter. The perception that she did is now stuck to her like glue. And in the public eye, perception is everything. Hollywood's quietly stepping back. The royal watchers? Oh, they're smirking from afar, sipping tea and watching the chaos unfold. And Meghan Markle, the woman who once had the world's sympathy, now stands at yet another crossroads. Does she double down, blame the media again, and try to spin the story? Or does she finally stop, step back, and let her actions, not her PR team, do the talking? Because right now, the world isn't calling her Humanitarian of the Year. They're calling her something very different. The woman who tried to buy kindness and ended up buying chaos.